Hello and welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. What would it be like to talk to 500,000 people at a time? Well, that's an offer on the table, and Willpower Harris is making that offer. Let me show you what that even looks like.
Together, we always do better than we do apart. For some reason, the mathematics of me and you added together always outnumbers the greatness of me alone and you alone. Together, we are more powerful. Together, we are one. Together, we can heal the world. Together, we are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one.
So joining me now is Willpower Will Harris with more on what is going on in that video. I mean, how did that even happen?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. That's one of the most popular questions that people ask me. It really just happened by accident. I happened to be in the right time in the right place, and I was invited to speak to 500,000 people live. And just instinctively, I said, "Yep, I'll do it." And now they've had me back 3 times, and this year will be the fourth time.
Why? What are you saying? What is the message when you're saying we are one? I mean, what are you trying to, to tell them? And what are you doing? If you back 4 times, what's happening? What are you sharing with them?
So I had different themes of each speech. The first one was "We Are One," and I talked about how we're connected, that we should be concerned about the next person just as much as we're concerned about ourselves. And I spoke about how when you do that, it's a greater benefit to you. So that was a really cool speech. And the second one was "We Need Peace," as in inner peace. And I talked about the different challenges that we go through. Because it doesn't matter if it's India, if it's Spain, if it's DC where I live, we're all the same. We're one. And any problem that you have, you can best believe there's somebody else in some other part of the world that has the same thing. And the last one was "We are change." So let's not wait for someone to come on a white horse and save us. You are the hero that you've been waiting for. So those were the three things that I talked about.
And, well, what I know about you, you know, was a totally different path. And I know your thing, or one of the things that you share, like if someone says, okay, well, who is Willpower Harris? Well, I know the two words that come to mind now is social selling, but
Okay.
that's what I hear from you. Social selling. What is
Yeah.
that?
Okay. So social selling is the ability to use an online platform in order to get more clients. Period. Social selling isn't social networking where you're like, hee hee, yay, I'm here, look at me. No, 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 no. It is an organized process that leads to filling up your sales funnel and driving more clients to you, especially when we're in an environment where more people are doing things online.
And one of the things that caught my attention, well, was first of all was the video itself. We've been friends on, or not friends, whatever you call it, connected on
LinkedIn buddies.
LinkedIn. We're friends.
LinkedIn buddies.
Yeah. We're LinkedIn buddies, for a while. But this was like, what is Will doing? I had to pick up the phone and go,
Yeah,
what is he doing? And why is he there?
yeah,
And it's what I want to, even talk about is what I was looking at. I mean,
yeah.
when you see a picture like that and speaking to 500,000 people at least, right?
Yeah.
That
It's
is
crazy.
captivating.
It's
And
crazy.
when I'm talking to people about, you know, what's newsworthy, well, this is going to grab someone's attention. It wasn't just the picture, but it was your whole demeanor, of you talking. And they were engaging because I can see in the picture behind you all the cameras flashing. They wanted to remember that moment.
It's a lot of love.
And yeah. And what did you learn from the people? What did they say to you when you were done speaking, even once or twice or three times?
um, it was a lot of love. It was a lot of love. And I think that the biggest thing that I learned was confirmation that we're the same. That if you show love to people, instinctively, they're going to show love back to you. And India is a very loving country. It's, for instance, India has never ever invaded another country. As big as it is, as powerful it is, and I think that speaks a lot about the heart of the people there. So, I mean, I learned tons of things. There's so many heroes that come out of India. There's heroes all over the world. And when we take time to meet other people, to show interest in other people, that's when we learn. That's when we grow. That's when love comes out.
And tell me also, so you're making this offer, to be able to do what you did.
Yeah.
And so what is the ideal person? Is it going to be in India or is it going to be somewhere else?
So, you mean, is the ideal person in India or someone?
No, I'm
Or is
saying
the
is the
speaker?
ideal who is the ideal candidate that would be able to relate to, be able to pour into, the people that are in front of them. Or
Everybody.
is there a person? I knew I was going to say, is there a person?
Everybody. Everybody. Everybody is able to do it, Jacqueline. Everybody is. The only thing that it takes is for you to be real. When we stop trying to be a great Jacqueline or a great Will and be a great yourself, there are millions of people that will resonate and vibe with you. Even if they don't agree with you, people flock to people that are themselves, authentically, unapologetically themselves, without putting somebody else down. So it really is for everyone. You don't have to be the best orator or best speaker in the world. You just have to be the best you. And if you have a message, one that you think will make the world a better place, boom. Don't talk about it, be about it. So
Right.
during COVID, we had a lot of people talking about how bad things were. You check on CNN or Fox or everywhere, everybody's talking about how the world's going down. When the whole time there have been other people like me, and probably like some people that are watching you too, that were actually doing stuff. So that's what this is all about. I wanted to give an opportunity to someone other than me to have a platform. And by the way, it's going to be more than 500,000 people. The third time I spoke was 800,000 people. And that was before COVID. And it's been 3 years since they had this humanitarian event. So they're expecting bigger numbers than that. But the ideal person is someone who is authentically themselves, not a knockoff somebody else, right? Instead of Gucci, it's like Fucci.
Okay. Well,
But they
uh,
also have a message in their heart to make the world a better place.
well, what about,
I think I skipped for a second. They just need to have a message in their heart to make the world a better place.
is it going to be in India as well?
Yes. So this is real.
And
This
what
is
is the
live, not
deadline?
Memorex. Yeah, this is live, not Memorex. And this is in Maharashtra, which is the state where Mumbai is in that has the largest middle class in the world. It would be live in front of 500,000 people. This isn't on TV. This isn't on Zoom. This is old school. Be out there. If somebody blows, you will feel it.
And what should they be prepared to do? I mean, how long is the stay? What should they, give us some details. Or and how can they find it? How
So
can
I've
they
been
find out where to sign up or get involved?
So it's kind of funny when you were saying earlier about we've been LinkedIn buddies, but you didn't know that I speak to such large, massive groups. I kind of felt like LL Cool J. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. So it's
Right.
been years since I do this, and we're involved in a whole lot of different stuff, building orphanages, that too,
Right. I saw
right?
that too.
So I'm definitely not one dimensional, but the way I set it up is that I've been coming to India for 9 years, doing stuff, building an orphanage, 5,000 youth volunteers in India called Willpower Warriors that dedicate their Sundays to spreading kindness. And they even take an oath to come in. It's a simple one. I promise to be kind to myself and others. And in 9 years, and speaking 3 times to these large groups, and even the first time, one day I spoke to 500,000 people. The next day, I spoke at TEDx in the base of the Himalaya Mountains, and yeah, it was kind of all downhill as a speaker from there. I mean, where else are you going to go? And that was back in 2015 before everybody and their mama had a TEDx. Back then, there was only 300 venues, and people were like, "Sir, how do you get a TEDx?" Now, oh my God, it's like over 3,000 different venues to do that.
It's
So nine
important, right?
years.
Because a lot of people, like to your point, have
Yeah.
something to share. They have something to
Mhm.
say. But I also think it's also important how you share it. And what I mean by that is to me that this is a picture of it. Okay? Yeah, that's you. Okay? All in,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
People are going to feel what you're sharing. They're going to know that whatever you're saying is real, like you said. And
It's
you
just
were all in. Where were you at that moment? You know, where were you in that moment?
so. There's a zone that I go into where you're just yourself. It's like peace. It's like you're talking to one person. And right here, I was really talking about we are one, and just trying to take what was in my heart and speak from my heart versus speaking from my mouth and my mind. I don't even remember what I did. I look back at the video. I'm just like, wow. But you have all this power, all this energy. The energy flows out from the crowd. It comes into you, and you have to be able to recycle it back out. So, to answer your earlier question, what I do is I take people on a speaker boot camp retreat to prepare to speak to this because I'm the only foreigner that ever spoke in this venue before, the only one. And when I was asked to do it again this year, I agreed, provided I would be able to bring somebody else. I used to work for, I'm 50 now, in 27, I used to work for Mr. Zig Ziglar. And I love Mr. Ziglar. Tony Robbins, I think, is the GOAT at what he does. John Maxwell, a lot of respect for him. I got
Yeah,
some of his books
yeah,
back there. But even none of those people have spoken to 500,000 people live or given other people a platform to speak from. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to set it off for other people, not just me, because I am going to change the world. And I want to set it up for other people to change the world too, their way, not my way. And not try to make a bunch of mini me's. But when you ask that fantastic question, what I'm looking for people who really want to change the world. And at this retreat, we talk about it. We strategize it out. So it's not just an Instagram or LinkedIn moment where you showcase stuff, because you even see me. Mine is strategic. All right. I use it when I need to, but you have to have a movement that you want to do, a message that you're trying to bring beyond just that speech.
well, I know you are. I can see mine's clicking right now. Watching people watching and going, I can do this. And so if you think you can, you know you can. Will already told you you can. So give him a call, connect with him. I have his email up here, willpowerharris.com. No easier than that. And his email is there as well. And I will also put that in the chat. Reach out to Will. Don't say I can't. Don't say I don't have the means until you talk to him, right? Talk to him first. If you have the will, right, in your heart, then do it. Give him a call. So, Will, thank you so much for joining me and sharing this moment with us
My
on
pleasure.
Newsworthy Stories.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.